Welcome back to Dano Does Things. This week we're getting into spooky season by making these adorable tiny needle felted pumpkin earrings. My boyfriend called them Miss Frizzle earrings, and I can't think of a better compliment. Here's the supplies you'll need. Orange wool roving, green embroidery thread and an embroidery needle, a felting needle, a felting surface, earring hooks, and scissors. Helpful but unnecessary tools include a thimble and a ruler. First, we'll start with some orange wool. You can use more or less depending on how big or how small you want your earrings, but I used the ruler so that the earrings will be approximately the same size. Begin by rolling the wool between your hands. This will start the felting process and make felting with the needle easier and quicker. Once it's fairly tight, start at one end and start rolling it in on itself into a nice tight spiral. Keeping it tight will again just help make your life easier later on. Protect your finger or be really careful and start stabbing your wool roving, rotating the ball so that all sides get evenly felted. Try to make precise and deliberate up and down stabs. I'm not sure if stabs is the correct technical terminology, but let's just call it what it is. You may feel the urge to take out your frustrations and stab erratically, but take a deep breath and make your stabs work for you. Nice, straight, deep stabs will work better than tiny slanted surface stabs. Anyways, keep on going until you have a fairly tight ball of wool. You don't want to felt it so much that it's completely hard and solid because we want some flexibility to add in the pumpkinness. Roll that baby between your hands to eliminate any last fuzzy strands. Alright, grab your embroidery thread about 12 inches long and tie a knot at the end of your thread. It's time to make this orange a pumpkin. To start this off, catch a bit of wool with your needle in the center of your ball and pull through. Bring your needle back through the same stitch and pull tight. Put your needle point through the ball, starting at the center of your first stitch and going through to the opposite side. Try and make sure that it's on the direct opposite side and right in the middle. Pull your thread through. Bring your thread along the outside of the ball and put your needle back through that first stitch, again coming up on the direct opposite side. It may take you a few pokes to get it in the right position. Now, while squeezing the wool between your fingers to make it more oblong, pull the embroidery thread tight. This is why it was important to not felt the ball until it was stiff, so you can add these vertical lines, which I learned are called ribs. Time to repeat this process 4 more times. Again, we're bringing the thread along the outside of the felt ball and through our first stitch to the other side. If you have sweaty fingers like me, you can always use little pliers to pull your needle through. Just be careful and gentle when you do it. Adjust your rib so it divides the pumpkin into fifths, then pull through while pinching the pumpkin between your fingers. Okay, let's speed forward. Now we are ready to make our little earring hangers. Fair warning, I accidentally pull this first loop through and have to do it again, but just don't worry about that. When you're making your second earring, compare it to the first to make sure they're the same or at least similar lengths. If you pull your loop through, that's okay. Put your needle through the center and pull your thread just enough and only enough to leave a small loop on the other side. Now we'll finish it off using the same technique we used to start it, catching a little bit of wool on the bottom and then tying a knot. clip the long ends off. If your pumpkin got a little fuzzy while you were pumpkinifying it, then give it a few more delicate stabs. Now, depending on what kind of earring hooks you use, your next steps might be different, but mine just hook through like so, and then you have adorable pumpkin earrings. Now, time for my very first modeling montage. I hope you enjoyed this tutorial. If you want to see more, please subscribe or check out my other videos. Thanks so much for watching, and we'll see you next week.